Hi, everybody. This is Nathan Weens, the apprentice nutrition detective. Today is Sunday, September 18th, 2022, and this is Health Update number 3. So I know I'm about a week late. Usually I've been doing these about every 2 weeks, and this is week number 3. I actually took a long weekend last weekend, so kind of a mini vacation. My family and I went to Silverwood, which is an amusement park in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Cool little park if you're in the area. Typically, we'll go the weekend after Labor Day because it slows down. There's not a whole lot of people. You don't have to stand in line for the roller coasters and that kind of stuff. Unfortunately for us, it actually was nice weather. Warmer than usual, so there were a lot more people, which was kind of cool too. Anyway, so that's why I didn't do one last week. So, in terms of health stuff, weight's been staying pretty steady. Haven't gained a lot and haven't really lost any. I'm starting to getting back to my my kettlebell exercises. I hadn't been doing them as much the last few weeks just because I'd been sick, and I'll get into that in a second. In terms of my eating, not terrible, not great. I would like to be more compliant and eat a little bit better, but we make choices. It's it's a marathon, not a sprint. And one of the challenges I have is that I love cheese. Other dairy products don't really care so much about, but I've always loved cheese, so that's kind of a challenge to give that up entirely. So I'm working on it. But in any case, so on to health issues. The health update for the last few weeks. I actually got sick with a cold / virus / whatever sinus thing about 3 weeks ago. What tends to happen with me is, I'll go full blast for a while, and then as soon as I have an opportunity to, have a little extra rest time, my body just sort of crashes. So how this tends to present itself is I will start getting a little congested, maybe a sore throat, and then just get hit with like really bad fatigue for a day or two, and then it tends to get better, which is what happened in this case. So Labor Day weekend, started feeling a little bad, noticed a bit of a sore throat on Friday. Saturday, I had the sore throat pretty much all day, a little bit of congestion. Saturday night, pretty bad sore throat. Sunday, it hit me hard, and I was pretty much down for the whole day. I was really fatigued and just really tired and kind of felt like crap. So didn't really do anything that day. Fortunately, because it was a 3-day weekend, I had Monday to recover. Felt better, felt stronger, wasn't as weak as I was on Sunday, and was able to go back to work on Tuesday. Still had some congestion, a little bit of coughing, but wasn't feeling as bad. Lasted throughout the week into the next weekend. Noticed more earwax, so everything was kind of plugged up. Last weekend wasn't too bad. I think part of what was going on is up here in the inland Northwest, it was fire season. August, beginning of September, usually lots of forest fires, and there was a lot of smoke in the air, so that definitely didn't help. Luckily, that's kind of cleared up. I noticed over the last few days what seems to be kind of that my smell and taste were a little bit muted. Not gone, but sort of muted, like they weren't working as well. Sorry, I still got a little bit of a cough. So that was, a little disconcerting because that hasn't happened before. But I otherwise symptoms are doing pretty well. The congestion's kind of slowly going away. In the past, typically what would happen is by this point it would be so packed up and I'd be in such bad shape that I would need one, maybe two courses of antibiotics to get me past it. Fortunately, that's not the case this time and hadn't been for the last couple of years. So it's very encouraging and it's been certainly much easier. The smell and taste, like I said, is something I haven't experienced before, so that was a little concerning. But that seems to have gotten better today. I started noticing, oh yeah, I can smell that again. Not to be too gross, but I was out walking the dogs, and one of them stopped to take a poop, and I went, oh yeah, my smell's working again. So, so that seems to have gotten better. The congestion's going away. My ears are still a little plugged up, so I'll probably clean those out just to get rid of the extra stuff. But obviously something's draining out of my head. So that's the main update. The other thing that I wanted to talk about that I mentioned in the last video was that I had started taking some additional molybdenum to try to deal with some kind of chronic dry skin / athlete's foot on my left foot. And so I was taking 450 micrograms of molybdenum a day for about a month. Obviously paying attention to possible side effects or signs of toxicity. Luckily, none of that presented itself. Stopped taking it about a week ago, just because I hadn't really noticed much in the way it changed until actually a few days ago. I looked at my foot and went, well, it actually seems to be getting a bit better. So, with stuff like that, particularly with fungal type things, it tends to take a while. So, my thinking was I would do the extra for a month. If I started if I noticed improvement, then I would continue. If I didn't, then I'd stop for a month just to see if it had made any difference at all. So we'll see how it goes. I'm back to just the two keystone minerals, so 300 micrograms of molybdenum a day, and in a few more weeks we'll see what my foot looks like. If it's improved, then I'll know that the molybdenum did help. I may go back on it if it's if it does okay. And actually I'm getting close to getting ready to test again. I'll probably be testing beginning of November. I've done a couple of blood draws. I'm going to do another one here in a few weeks, the beginning of October, and I want to give myself a month after that because my lactoferrin or my ferritin is very high, 877. So it's one of the higher that Dr. Smith's seen. So I'm interested to see. I think it'll come down, and I'm interested to see how much over that period of time. So we'll also see what my molybdenum levels look like taking the extra. So that's pretty much all I've got for today. I appreciate you hanging with me. I apologize that I didn't do one last week. Didn't send out a video last week, but I need some vacation time too. So if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear feedback from you, and I just want to thank you all again for being so helpful and sharing and so supportive of what I'm doing to help Dr. Smith. Don't want to steal Dr. Smith's thunder, but it should be an announcement coming out relatively soon that involves me. So again, like I said, I don't want to steal his thunder, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Again, if you have any questions, any suggestions for other things that you want me to talk about in the next video, please either comment on the video or send me a message on the network. All right. Well, have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care. Bye.